Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about some brand new innovative highlight and contour products. Ofra just came out with these skin sculpting wands, and they also came out with a beauty sponge. So today I'm going to do a little review and demo of these products. So if you want to hear my thoughts and see them in use, then just keep watching. Okay, so the first item I'm going to be putting to the test is the Ofra Perfecting Puff. So this is brand new from Ofra and it retails for $15. So the Beauty Blender is $20 and this is $15, so it's not a huge difference, but it still is cheaper. So I want to test this out and see if it is the same quality or better or worse than the Beauty Blender. So here it is out of the packaging. It is around the same size as the Beauty Blender. My Beauty Blender is still a little bit damp from the last time I used it, so it's a little bit bigger than it normally is when it's dry, but you can kind of see they're around the same size. I'm gonna go ahead and dampen this because I always use my Beauty Blenders damp, and I wanna see if it expands. It's nice and squishy. It's not as squishy as the Beauty Blender is when it's dry, but it is very similar, and I want to see how it is when I get it damp. Okay, so I went ahead and dampened the Perfecting Puff from Ofra. It is definitely bigger. It really did expand. Here is my Beauty Blender. It's like half dry, so the Ofra sponge just got a little bit bigger. It's probably exactly the same size when this is fully saturated. So that's nice. It definitely expanded. It's nice and squishy. It's squishier when wet. And it's kind of different. It's definitely different feeling than the Beauty Blender, but it's not firm. It's not too firm or anything. So I'm excited to see how this will apply makeup to my face. It kind of feels like memory foam. Like it comes back. You guys can see it kind of just bounces back a little bit slower than the Beauty Blender. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and apply my foundation. I'm going to be using my Milani Conceal and Perfect foundation. I've been using this lately. It gives me a really full coverage look and I just like it. It actually is one of the only foundations in my collection that matches me right now. I don't know if you guys are like that, but I just switch back and forth depending on what matches me. So I'm going to apply this directly to the Perfecting Puff and see how it works. So I'm going to go ahead and apply a decent sized pump to the butt of the beauty sponge. And then I'm going to dot this around my face and blend it in. Okay, so first impression, it is a little bit harder than the Beauty Blender on my skin. But it is blending everything out nicely. So it is taking a little bit longer than my Beauty Blender to blend everything in, but it is doing a really nice job. And for $15, that's not bad. And also, I do have a code, so it will be even cheaper than $15 if you are interested. Not bad. The finish is actually really nice. Okay, so my foundation is on. It did a good job. My first impression is it's a little bit harder than the Beauty Blender and it takes a little bit longer, but it is cheaper and it's a good alternative. It actually blended everything out nicely. It just took a little bit longer to get the finish that I like. But I have no problems with this so far. I'll have to keep using it, and I am going to use it to blend in the next products into my skin and see how they work together. So today is Tuesday, October 4th when I'm filming this, and Ofra just released the Perfecting Puff and also these skin sculpting wands. I talked about these on my Snapchat and my Instagram, but I wanted to talk about them on YouTube because these are awesome. These are very innovative. There are 4 shades. There's 2 highlighting shades and 2 contouring shades. So I'm going to go ahead and use these on my skin so you guys can see what they're all about. So these you can either buy individually for $15 a piece, or you can buy all 4 of them for $50, or you can buy all 4 of them and the Perfecting Puff for $60. All of those are not including my coupon code. If you use my code Kendall30, you will get 30% off your entire order. So I want to talk about the different shades and what I use them for. So first I want to talk about the first highlighting shade, and this is Dawn. This is the lightest shade out of all of them, and this is the perfect banana shade. So if you like to highlight underneath your eyes with cream products, you're probably going to love this because it's a liquid, it blends out really fast. This works like a highlighting concealer. It conceals underneath your eyes and brightens them up. And all of these have skincare in them. They have plant stem cells in them, so these are supposed to benefit your skin as well as highlight and sculpt. So I'm going to go ahead and pop Dawn underneath my eyes and on the high points of my face. And these also are super full coverage. They have extremely good pigment in them. So I'm going to go ahead and blend this out with the Ofra sponge. I find that these products set pretty quickly, so you don't want to leave them sitting on your face too long. You want to go ahead and blend them out as you're putting them on. So there you can see it just brightens up my under eye and kind of lifts the face a little bit. And this sponge actually does a really great job of blending these in. So next up is the next highlighting shade called Sunrise. This is more of a salmon-y color. This would work as a highlight how I used the Dawn shade for a darker skin tone, but I like to use this to kind of color correct. So it has a little bit of a peachy tone to it. So what I'm going to do is put this directly into the bags under my eyes. Just a little line where I have some blue, and this is going to help cancel that out. And next we have the two contouring shades. We have Sunset and we have Dusk. They are both more of a cool toned contour, which creates a natural shadow, but Sunset is the lighter one. This is more of a grayish brown, and then Dusk is more warm toned than Sunset, but it's still on the cool side. But this is a more warmer toned brown, and it's a little bit darker for some darker skin tones. I don't think these would work for a very dark skin tone. I don't think they're quite dark enough, so I wish they had a few more colors, but these do work for my skin tone. So I'm going to go ahead and use Sunset, the lighter one of the two. And how I'm going to apply this is in a triangle shape, in a little downward facing triangle. And I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And then blend that out with my puff. And these blend super easily. If you do it immediately, they blend flawlessly. Don't let this sit on your face before you blend. Okay, so that was Sunset, and it just created an effortless shadow contour. Very, very easy to blend out. I feel like if you're a beginner with contouring, you're going to really love these. Even if you're advanced and you just don't like spreading a cream contour across your face, you'll really like the liquid contour. So to warm up some more portions of my face, I'm going to go ahead and take the darker one, Dusk, and I'm going to dot it on the places on my forehead where I want to warm up my face. Just 3 little dots on each side. I'm going to go ahead and blend that out. Get it all in my hair. Now I haven't attempted this yet, but I feel like these would be very good for a nose contour, so I'm going to go ahead and try that out. I'm going to pull this out of the tube and wipe off all the excess because I want a very small amount for this. And this is Sunset, the lighter contour. And then I'm just going to draw some straight lines, or as straight as I can, down the bridge of my nose. Again, it's scary how good these are at blending. So there we have it. I am all highlighted and sculpted, so I'm going to finish up the rest of my makeup and I will be back to share my final thoughts with you. Alright you guys, I'm back. I finished my makeup and I just wanted to let you know my final thoughts on these new Ofra products. So I think that the sculpting ones are a definite must-have if you are looking for a very easy way to sculpt and highlight your face, or if you just like contouring but you have a hard time with cream contour. I think you will really like these. They're so easy to blend out. I think that this is a really innovative and cool concept that they have, and with the skincare infused, these are also good for your skin, so it's a win-win. I think that it's really awesome that they offer these individually and bundled in case you want all of them or you only want a couple shades. Two shades that I definitely need in my collection are Dawn, the banana shade, and Sunset, the more cool toned contour. But if you have a darker skin tone, the Sunrise and Dusk might suit you better. So it all depends on what tones you like to contour and highlight with, but I like all four of them for different reasons, and I really like the way that they worked on my face today. Now for the Perfecting Puff, I feel that if you already have the Beauty Blender, you don't necessarily need this. But if you don't already have the Beauty Blender and you want something that is a little bit cheaper and gives you a similar effect, then I would try this out. It's a really good sponge. It's not as good as the Beauty Blender in my opinion, but nothing has ever come up to par with the Beauty Blender for me. That is just the best makeup sponge that I have, but this definitely comes close. I'm going to play around with it a little bit more. Who knows, I might end up falling in love with it, but for right now, I think that my Beauty Blender is just a little bit quicker and easier. So I highly recommend the Skin Sculpting Wands. I think that these are awesome. It's a fun new way to contour and highlight, and if you want this, go for it, but you don't necessarily need it in your life. So yeah, that's all I have to say. I hope this video was helpful for you guys that were wondering about these products. I am a huge fan of Ofra Cosmetics. You guys know I'm a huge fan of their lip products and their highlighters. They're a really amazing brand. So I think it's amazing that I have some more face products to play around with, and if you guys end up getting these, let me know what you think of them. I think that you're really going to like them. So if you like this video and you want to see me do more product reviews, then give this video a thumbs up and let me know in the comments below. I'm going to go ahead and leave links to these products in the description box in case you guys are wondering, and don't forget to use my code to save yourself 30% off on any Ofra Cosmetics products. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I put out new videos every single week, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.